Alright guys, welcome back to Throwback Thursday episode 3. For this story I'm going to talk about some of the residents of my old street which I used to live in, and a bit about sort of discrimination of the youth. Now just before I start, what kind of leads me to talk about this particular story is, over the past sort of few weeks I've actually been editing something called DGM the Young Years, which is basically some clips of me when I was like a toddler that were on tapes, and I've managed to get them and I've started editing them. And on one of the clips I'm in the garden and I'm like leaning over the fence into my next door neighbour's garden, and I murmur something because I'm a toddler, but it genuinely sounds like I'm swearing. So yeah, but how would I know? I did not know those words at that age. How would I know them? How would I? It's just a complete coincidence how it genuinely sounds like I'm swearing, unless it's just me because I'm sick in the head because I always swear or something like that. But basically, it was an incident like that. It wasn't. I didn't swear or anything like that. Basically, we had a dog, and the dog kept going to our next door neighbour, and she kept feeding it biscuits. And one night I just overheard my parents talking about how like biscuits can make dogs ill, like certain dogs, and like I really liked the dog, so it kind of got us a bit worried. And the next time I saw it going to get biscuits, I can't remember what I said something like, "Don't go and get the biscuits, you'll die," or something daft like that. And basically my next door neighbour took it completely the wrong way and developed an absolute hatred for me and my family. So that whole incident just created a massive divide in us and our next door neighbour, which basically, yeah, it just kind of made some people's life a bit of a hell until we moved house a few years ago. And what I mean by that is, basically when me and my friends were just talking in the street or something like that, she'd pull up after shopping with a friend, get out the car and call us stuff like little shit and retards. No joke, no word of a lie. And stuff like, if I was walking past her on the high street and she was standing at the bus stop, she'd whisper shit under her breath. Stuff like that. I'm sorry, but you do not say that to a child. Are you actually going to go that low, calling a child a little shit when they don't know any better? So yeah, that little incident kind of led her to hate us, and the rest of the street weren't that much nicer either. Had a person up the top of the road who is obsessed with cars, and one day, this was actually not too long ago, it was probably when I was about 13, 14, I think I was wearing a hood, that's probably why. But yeah, he has you know, nice car guy, has his nice BMs and stuff like that, walked past it on the pavement, comes out his house, starts shouting at us saying, "Why did you touch my car? I've got CCTV footage, I know you touched my car, I know you scratched it." So he literally just thought, because of the way I looked, because I was wearing a hood, they went past and scraped his car. Really? But of course, he wouldn't believe us, because why would an adult believe a child or a teenager? And that's why I haven't actually talked about this much before, because why is someone gonna look at a child and think, you know what, they've got a point? They're not, they're just gonna think, oh, they're just complaining because they don't know any better. And then there was an old woman at the bottom of the street who had a son which also liked swearing, and any time a ball went onto her lawn, he'd come out his house and start swearing at us for the fact how a ball accidentally went in the garden. Some weird people in that street. And here's a clip of another person who basically used to get annoyed at any little noise possible. So yeah, as you can tell, we weren't actually making that much noise, and he just came out and basically told us off for being kids, for playing in the street. Now I know this might sound like a massive rant, but I mean, at the end of the day, it was kind of funny for for me and my friends as kids, you kind of find it funny as kids, like causing a bit of mischief, even though we're never actually meant to do it, and these people are just genuinely ageist. But really, I don't actually know why they're living in the street, because if they don't, the street is for families. There are loads of families that live there. There's new generations of kids being brought up there now in that street. So if you don't like kids, why live in that street? You don't have to live there. There's plenty of other places where you could go, where you could get complete and utter peace and quiet. But I mean, it's never stopped. If I went there now, I'd probably still get discriminated because I'm still a teenager. That's just what the people in the street are like, and I think that's completely wrong. I think you shouldn't just overlook kids and teenagers just wanting to cause trouble. Really, it's just a pathetic way of looking at things, because they were once kids and teenagers, and they wouldn't like that if they got treated that way. Oh, and by the way, I don't actually plan on uploading the DJM Young Years thing that I was just talking about, but if you do want to see some kind of video, then let us know and I could upload that. And anyone wondering about Badger's Kitchen, I've actually signed a 6-episode contract with Badger for £5. So that means that there should be 6 episodes of Badger's Kitchen in a series. I'll probably film them and then upload them like one day a week, like a certain day a week after that. So yeah, should be that. Definitely going to film a media revision video at some point. Don't think I've forgotten about that. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.